Oh, yeah. This is something new for you guys.
Don't scare me like that.
What looks different with this equation? There's fractions. Okay? And when we see fractions in an equation, we actually use the word rational. Okay? I'm going to keep hitting you guys with this year after year, but when you hear the word rational, you should be thinking fraction. Okay? Have you ever solved fraction equations before? You have? Like this?
No, I bet. But don't you just make them all fractions and go from there?
You could, but there's actually another way you could do it where you get rid of the fractions. Okay?
Oh, you have to like times it. Like if it's opposite, making it into the.
Yes. Basically. Like, how would I get rid of divide 2? Times 2. How would I get rid of divide 10? Times 10. But how would I get rid of divide 2 and divide 10 with one multiplication? Common denominator. Okay? What is the lowest common denominator of 2 and 10? Not 5. What's the smallest number that 2 and 10 go into? 10. Okay? So the lowest common denominator in this case is 10. I am going to multiply. Remember, whatever you do to one thing in an equation, you have to do it to everything. So if I'm going to multiply by 10, I've got to multiply this by 10. I've got to multiply the 1 by 10. And I've got to multiply the a over 10 by 10. If you don't multiply everything by 10, you have changed the equation and therefore have changed the solution to an incorrect one. Okay? So, we multiply every term by the LCD. And watch what happens to the fractions when we do that. Remember, I was emphasizing to you guys, 10 is the same as 10 over 1, right? So I'm going to put 10 over 1 where the fractions are. Remember I said reduce before multiplying? What could I reduce the 10 and 2, 5 and 1? So what do I end up with now? 5 times 3a, which is, what's 5 times 3a? 15a. Over 1, right? But I don't have to write over 1, do I? So look what happened. Fraction disappeared. Minus, well, there's nothing to reduce here. I just do 10 times 1. But here, the 10 and 10 reduce to 1 and 1. So what's 1 times a? 1a, or a, over 1 times 1, which is 1. Well, I don't have to write over 1. So notice the fractions disappeared. And now it looks like an equation we've been working on, that we worked on yesterday. Okay. So when you see a fraction in the equation, the first thing we want to do, we don't want to start moving things around yet. We want to get rid of the fractions first. And you do that by multiplying by the lowest common denominator of the fraction. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday. What would I do next to solve? Minus, don't I want to get the a's together first? You're right, we're gonna have to address that. But let's get the a's together first. How do I get rid of a here? Yeah, I'm gonna take it over here, right? By doing what? Subtracting. Subtracting. And what's 15a minus a? 14a. There's still a minus 10 on the left side. What's on the right side now? 0. So we've got the a's together now. Now, what do we do? Add 10 to both sides. And I'm left with 14a is equal to 10. Divide by 14. Divide by 14. And I get a is equal to 10 divide 14, which doesn't divide cleanly. So we don't go to decimal, but we can reduce it. What? 5%. Okay, so those are fraction equations. We're going to be dealing a lot with fraction equations in future years. So I want you to get used to practicing with them now. Let's look at this one. Well, fractions that I want to get rid of. What would I multiply everything by in this case? Remember, you have to multiply by the lowest common denominator? 15. Everything gets multiplied by 15. So 15 times 2a over 3 equals 15 times 4a over 5 plus 15 times 7. And where we see the fractions, let's make the 15 15 over 1. What do these reduce to? 5 and 1, which means the fraction is going to disappear. What's left? 10a, right. What do these reduce to here? Whoa.
1 and 3.
1 and 3, yes. So the fraction will disappear, and notice what you have up top, 3 times 4a. 12a. And then this, there's no reducing because there's no fraction, it's just 15 times 7. 105. Get the a's together by doing what? Subtract 12a, subtract 12a, and I'm left with negative 2a on the left side equals 105. A is still not by itself. 5. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. And a is equal to 105 over negative 2, or we could say negative 2, 105, or sorry, negative 105 over 2. That's fine. Okay. Yes, so that's very quick, but I did want to just focus on this today. Okay, so now what you can do is you should be able to finish all of 6.2 except don't do number 4, don't do number 9C. Cross out number 4, cross out number 9C. But the rest you can do. Okay? You're very welcome.